Well, hello there, Monroe County Commission, and welcome to my home office, conveniently located between Von Orr, Madisonville, and Sweetwater. Tellico, much love. I attend and host virtual meetings from this workspace almost every weekday, and so I asked County Mayor Ingram if there was anything that I could do to support this sudden and in many cases unwelcome transition to online work and online meetings. And he said, yes, Matt. A video on etiquette and best practices for virtual meetings would be very helpful, especially since the County Commission is going to have its very first online meeting soon. So here you go.
The most important thing is to have a quiet, distraction-free space to meet. That way you're not distracted, you're not distracting others. So when you meet, don't do this or this. Or this. Or this. Or this. No. Yeah. No.
Be somewhere quiet, distraction-free, and with a strong internet connection. You might want to sit next to your router to make sure. One visual tip is to avoid bright backgrounds unless you like looking like a villain. Also, be sure that your head and torso are in frame. I've seen many people attend meetings like this, and unless you are a sneaky person and you want everyone to know that you are sneaky, don't do this. Last, just a few technical tips. Log in the day before the meeting to make sure that your technology works. Make sure your computer is going to be fast enough, your webcam works, your microphone is cool. Understand you'll be using Cisco WebEx for these meetings. I'll put a link to some tutorials on tips on how to use that software. From what I can tell, it's pretty simple. You just click on the URL, it's going to open up in your browser, and then you'll be able to see what's being shared in the meeting, hear everyone else, broadcast using your microphone and your video camera, see your fellow members and such. But check out those tutorials so you can make sure that you're good to go there. The day of the actual meeting, log in 10 minutes early to make sure you don't have any technical difficulties. I suspect the poor soul who sets all this up will provide some sort of a phone number that you can call. I suspect they're going to receive several calls whenever the meetings kick off. Maybe not, but don't be afraid to use that. Everyone would much prefer you call than to sit there and not be able to join the session. Have a backup communications mode in case your computer crashes, you just simply can't get it to work. Make sure you've got a phone nearby and make sure you know the number to call to join the meeting via teleconference if all else fails. If you do get in the meeting, and I hope you do, use that mute button. Hit mute when you're not speaking. That way, if your dogs begin barking or the kids have a fight, not everybody's going to hear that. Although when you speak, make sure you turn the mute button off. Many times in meetings, people will blather on for 20 seconds and then realize, I've been on mute this whole time. Make sure you're also assertive. Sometimes people, when they're remote, it's more difficult for them to get a word in. Perhaps it's the case that the organizer will have some sort of a convention where you can wave your hand or type something in the chat or, I don't know, just hit unmute and yell, hey, it's my turn to talk. Whatever the case, you'll probably have to be more assertive because since you won't be in the room, people won't be able to see the normal bodily cues of in-person communication. So make sure you speak up for yourself. I don't think any of y'all have any trouble with that. And at the end of the session, make sure everything's closed out completely. That way, whenever you badmouth the mayor and the other commissioners, nobody hears you. Thank you so much for doing this. Everybody in the county appreciates all your hard work. This is a very important time for the United States, for Tennessee, and for Monroe County in particular. And we know you guys and gals are having to make some very difficult decisions. We appreciate all the hard work that you're putting into it. If I can help with anything, reach out to Commissioner TJ Langford or Commissioner Chad Lemming. Chad lives just over that hill over there, and TJ lives over that hill over there. And the mayor's church is just over a few hills that way, a few miles, but not too far. Thanks so much. Y'all stay safe.